My mom was actually a little upset this morning. She was a little sad.
Why?
Because we were sitting down eating breakfast, and this guy comes over, real nice guy, and he works for Carnival, and he says, today's your last day. Expect an email, and please respond to the email as fast as possible and give us a do the survey. And she's like,
You would like a champagne glass? Or
Please.
like champagne?
Yeah.
Wine glass.
Wine glass, yeah. Thank you.
and she's like, well, why you gotta come over here and tell me it's the last day?
Why you have to burst my bubble? That's okay. Last night when we went to bed, I thought I was going to wake up today and get off the boat, and I was excited. And then I woke up and I was like, it's not. We still have another day.
Well, this morning was much smoother
Oh, yeah.
in comparison to last night.
Half of yesterday. It felt like
no,
half
you're right.
of yesterday.
You're right. But we ended up sleeping pretty good. It calmed down before we went to sleep.
I weirdly didn't wake up every 5 minutes like I did the other 2 nights.
I think it calmed down before we went to sleep.
Yeah.
It just kind of wasn't great leaving Cozumel and the next 4 hours,
Yeah.
5 hours.
5. Yeah. It was a little this thing, which I'm not a fan of.
We got to be off the boat tomorrow by 9:30.
Yes, 9:30. Now, really quickly, for those of you who are wondering why I'm about to get a bottle of something, it's $11 for a mimosa this big, or you can pay $36 for the entire bottle of champagne.
So they charge you
Makes way more sense.
$10.50. Oh wait, so they don't charge you for the juice.
It's $11. Yeah, it doesn't charge you for the juice. It's part of it.
So now they will have breakfast and everything tomorrow. And just heads up, if you're on a cruise and they serve French toast, get it.
Get it. Oh my gosh, the French toast and then the hash brown rounds. The best thing I've had on the boat so far.
Because
So
I think
good.
every day they've served pancakes, but
Yeah,
not every day do they serve French toast.
And every day they have some sort of potato, but not every day is it hash brown. So one morning they had McDonald's style, like that kind, the longer McDonald's style hash browns. Those were decent. Then this morning they had scalloped potatoes without like stuff on it, but they were like the.
Did you like those?
I like those.
Okay.
I put ketchup and salt and pepper on it. Without it, nah.
I ate mine with syrup because all the syrup from my pancakes permeated
All
onto
the what did? How'd you say it? How'd you say it?
everything that was on my pancakes.
That's how much you said. How did you say it? Say it again.
Comes your thing. Comes your bucket.
Thank you so much. You got my card, right? Yeah. Look. Show them my
Where's my
bucket
card?
or whatever. She's got it.
Well, she brought the receipt, so where's mine?
No, she took the card back to charge for me because she had only charged for
Oh, I thought
yours
you
to
said.
begin with.
I thought you asked her if she had your card.
No, she has your card.
So she doesn't have your card.
No, mine's in my pocket.
Do you see? Hang on. Stop pouring. Stop pouring.
Thank you. Thank you.
So you asked her if she had your card, but you really meant if she had my card.
Well, yeah, does she have the card? Like,
Well, you said your card.
The
so
card
I'm looking
from
for
right
my
here.
card. You're saying your card.
okay,
Well,
can I
wait, don't
this?
pour it yet. Show the bottle to.
Oh, yeah, so the one here, which is really funny, it's my name, the Domains, whatever, blah, blah, shop. But it's a brute, and that's what matters, and it's all mine, entire frickin' bottle for me. Actually, I'll share with your mom if she comes down.
You better message her so she knows. Otherwise, she's gonna be up in that room.
And then she brought me extra juice on the side for when I
Okay.
need a refill.
So yeah,
This is exciting.
And don't be trying to play like it's your card. This is my card because I'm a VIF. I'm a VIF.
It's got all your stuff on there, too.
Yeah, it does. If you want to know my folio number, it's right there.
You can use that. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, what good is my folio number going to do then by the time I upload this video?
I don't know if it's the same always. No, right? I don't know how this works. This is my first, like, whatever. I have no idea how this works.
I think there's a time and place to be reasonably scary. We don't need to be too overly cautious. Like, I'm not worried about people stealing my folio information and getting free bottles of water on my account.
I left extra because she pours nice.
I understand.
Okay. You ever been stabbed on camera?
It's a terrible signature.
That's your signature.
Ain't my signature.
It's close enough to your signature.
But
Oh, I could have done this for Mimosa Monday, but that's when I didn't realize they actually had mimosa stuff.
yeah, that would have been a real challenge over there. What is that?
Fuzz.
But kid's still over there charging her phone. But either way, I had syrup on my potatoes, and it was good. I didn't have ketchup, and I made the pancakes and I put the potatoes on there. But then I went to go get the omelet. It was a real mess, but I ended up making it happen, and it was still relatively warm. It was all said and done, and that was one of the things I actually recorded yesterday after y'all left because you weren't feeling good. I decided to get another plate
of food. Yeah, you sent me the picture. Like, I'm sorry, I'll be back later. This is really good.
But yo, the people are so quick to clean up.
Oh yeah.
Like I sat there one time with like a napkin, and the lady was like, she couldn't. She's like, "Can I clean this?" I'm like, "It's just a napkin." Like they have to.
Yeah, because when you sent me a picture of the second plate of food, I saw a whole new set of silverware, and I was like, "Why didn't you just use?" And then I realized that as soon as you got it from the table, they cleaned it off, so it's not like they left it.
So as I'm by myself, I'm thinking, if I get up, what's gonna happen?
Yeah.
Will I come back and have a seat? So that's got to be like maybe the hardest part of cruising by yourself is being able to secure your spot.
Well, the hardest part for cruising with 5 or more was being able to secure a spot. There aren't as many big tables in the buffet area, so you gotta like finagle.
This morning when I was there waiting on Alyssa, the lady behind me had like 4 kids. That's the hardest part. Y'all don't go anywhere.
Yeah.
I'll be right back. The kids running
all over the place. Yeah. And then trying to, as one parent trying to get plates for 4 kids who are too young to hold it, where it's not going to like slide off. And everything.
The little girl yesterday, she comes over. There's just me and your mom, and my mom sitting there talking, and she's like young, and she's excited. She got a plate full of watermelon, and she gets almost there. Just like for no reason, just
flips it. Now, I will say that this one kid was walking and their strawberry, I don't know if you talked about this already, but their strawberry yogurt fell off their cone, like just hit the floor, and they looked at it and they walked away. And then people kept walking by it. And then one of the crew members saw it. He was mopping and he saw it and he walked over next to it with the mop and he was like, and he left. And we're like, oh, he's just gonna pretend like that didn't happen, right? Well, he actually was going to get a broom instead. But what was funny is another kid that was carrying, he's probably like, I'd say maybe 12, was carrying his little sister, maybe 3. And he didn't see it and he stepped in it and slipped a little, but he didn't drop her, thankfully. And
I think he was wearing Crocs.
He was wearing Crocs
so
or
I think
something.
that helped.
Probably. But what was even better is as soon as he realized what had happened, he looked down, looked around, saw a wet sign.
He had the presence of mind to go grab
the sign, bring it over, and set it on top of where that thing was so nobody else would step on it.
And then he left. And then he turned around. He's like, oh snap, I forgot my little sister.
He went back for her. But then the guy came over with a broom and broomed it up, which was weird.
Now, I will say, I try to be somewhat mindful of how I record walking through the ship, but I also want people to be able to feel and be like immersed in this too, since they're not here. And sometimes it's hard to avoid certain people in your video, but the ones I don't want in my video are the ones who have the ice cream. Have you noticed the people with the soft serve ice cream? Soft serve ice cream and...
Come on, what's up? Okay, bye.
Soft serve ice cream.
I was going to send her, but I can't send her with a mimosa for your mom. I feel like that's frowned upon.
So the people with the soft serve ice cream and the bananas. I cannot record them.
You can't record that because there's no
Have you seen the people with the soft serve ice cream? Like, there's no way to not, like, and they are like, they are.
Most of them are scantily clad because they've come in from the pool in bathing suits, and there's a lot of body.
And there's
to
no
them.
soft serve ice cream in a bowl. It's in the cone.
It's always in the cone.
And if you catch somebody with the soft serve and you make eye contact,
no, that's worse with a banana. This is banana eye contact you got to worry about, especially if it's a guy eating a banana. Because then they're like, you ever notice that guys, they don't eat bananas, they like break the top and then pop it in their mouth, like, yeah, what's up?
I still want to know how Kara was able to get little pieces of banana before she opened it. I don't know how she did that. Was it Kara that did that?
Yeah, They like push down with like a rubber thing so it doesn't break the peel. You go like that, and that way when you open it and do like this, it's already kind of cut. I think that's how it goes. I'm not 100% sure. We're gonna have to rewatch that Karen Nate video to figure it out.
But you got some messages I sent you.
I was wondering, because look, I was doing something earlier and he goes, don't open anything I just sent you. And I'm thinking to myself, is it because there's people around and this is like for my eyes only? Brown chicken, wow, wow.
Sent you some prawn.
I was super excited.
It's buffering.
Some prom.
So we're gonna go in order from first top.
It is buffering, so you're gonna have to wait a minute. This is the
Are you
downside.
not on the Wi-Fi?
I am, but you should have let me open this earlier because it takes forever for pictures
Are
to
you
show
serious?
up. See? Especially when you send that many. It's gonna do that.
Oh wow. Well, either way, I couldn't remember all of them, and I wanted to recall them specifically.
Okay.
So,
It's taking its time,
little intermission.
but it's coming. Hold on. Look, I'm trying to, so that, there we go. Nope. She said, I want to be in it.
How are y'all doing today?
How's everybody doing today? You guys having a good day? Okay, I got the first one.
We tried the 007 trivia today. Completely bombed on that one.
Oh.
They asked the most random 007 questions.
However, we killed
It's
on
like,
the movie
who's
ones.
Ian Fleming's first cousin's daughter's name? Like, what?
Second dog's name. I'm like, are we guessing passwords here?
But then
your mom's on her way out for a mimosa.
we did animated movie soundtracks. And we did really well, except for the fact that the team next to us had like
all the kids.
they had like they had like 4 adults, but like, and then like a teenager and like 4 kids. Like,
Grown
it
kids.
just wasn't fair.
Yeah, they had
literally just got done watching these movies.
Yeah. Probably. I'm gonna get her attention for another glass for your mom because she's coming to get. Janine, I said bar on 7. I don't know where she's going.
Ma,
You coming? Why is she looking around?
you there?
Where did you think the mimosas were gonna be?
You looked up to the
In the stairwell.
Like, Lord, is that you?
Yeah. Yeah, so you know the one we had earlier, the super tiny one for $11? An entire bottle's $36. Makes way more sense. So, would you like to have a seat? Put that up. It doesn't need to be out. I'm gonna get you a cup and I'm gonna make you an old cup too, Nini.
Frosted.
All right, so I'm gonna, oh, you don't like orange juice.
Oh, okay.
And I just,
you want cranberry?
hold on.
Is that what
Little
you had?
floater
earlier?
just jumped in there.
Do you have cranberry juice?
What is that, the jump?
Yes, please. The little flies that are around.
A
What?
gnat jumped into the drink?
Yeah, I just
Gnat?
watched it.
Into the what?
The juice. As
In your
expected.
juice?
Into that one.
Oh, you gonna
Yeah.
drink it?
Yeah, I just pulled the gnat out.
Oh, okay.
And I'm glad I brought my card because
I
I
do-
can get the free water.
Oh yeah, do that. Would they do that here at the big one? Oh yeah, they will. All right, so let's get some cranberry juice. Look at the name of it. It's got my name on it. That makes it even better.
Did you record that?
Do you want us a strong one or a not strong one?
That's fine. Just the yummy one.
Mostly champagne.
Here you go, Janini.
Mostly cranberry.
And if you want more cranberry, you can add more. All right, you got to cheers it again every time. New glass, new cheers. Thanks.
Years together.
All right, now you got that comment. The first one pulled up.
I do have this comment pulled up.
So you
We're
can
recording a bit if you want to say hi to everybody.
you
It's
can
right there.
engage in these answers and these reactions to these comments too.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Yeah, so this one, I saw this comment before and it bugged the crap out of me.
So this one says,
Excuse me, your wife is not an interruption to apologize for in any manner. Not loving what I'm feeling in that. How pompous are you?
let's provide some clarity here. Who are they calling pompous?
You.
For what reason?
Because I interrupted you while you were recording. I legitimately interrupted you in the middle of a thought process you were having to point out a boat or whatever. And when I left, you probably said, sorry about the interruption, guys. More than likely, because guess what? It was an interruption in what you were saying and in your thought process.
I recall this because I was sitting there and you look out the window and I specifically said, come on out.
So it wasn't an interruption because he told me to come out. Because I was trying to, I was trying to get his attention without like legitimately like hard interrupting him, you know?
Here, read that. Just read
Yeah,
that. Read
you
what's
read.
circled. You read that.
The circled one.
Excuse me, your wife is not an interruption to apologize for in any manner. not loving what I'm feeling in that. How pompous are you?
So let me ask you, how pompous am I? You can be 100% honest here.
You're not pompous.
I was gonna say it depends on the day.
Well, yeah,
No.
but not in this respect.
I don't think so at all. No.
I'm not understanding their motive behind it.
Right. So that's what I want to ask you. What is the
It's
what is
almost like
what
they're
is
trying
it
to start something.
exactly? What is the true motive?
The motive is to basically make you look like a tool. Basically, that's it. Because I get the same ones, and you get the same ones. The whole, man, you're making a great point. I sure wish you'd stop talking and interrupting you and let you finish your thought, because I have a tendency to do that. But he does it to me as well. Somebody commented on one of my videos. It would be great if he would quit interrupting your video, to which I had to reply, you saw him in the thumbnail, and we're having a conversation. If you don't know how conversations work, you might not want to watch my videos. You should probably go somewhere else. I don't understand how you can be upset that he interrupts or I interrupt. That's how conversations work most of the time. When you're both opinionated and you're passionate about what you're talking about, or it's a heated subject or whatever else, sometimes you interject. There's nothing wrong with that whatsoever. And if you find there's something wrong with that, you're probably the type of person I don't want to have a conversation with.
Probably.
I mean that nicely, of course.
Probably.
With all due respect.
Oh yeah. What do they say? With all due respect.
With all due respect, or
What was
not
the
to
other
be, not to be. Oh, what is the other one?
It was on a radio commercial the other day. They were joking about it.
Yeah.
It's like when you say it,
When you say all
and then
due
they
respect,
say something about your wireless plan or something.
Yeah. No disrespect. No disrespect is one. Not to be disrespectful, and no offense.
Oh man.
is that the commercial where it
No,
says
it's
no
another one.
disrespect,
I don't remember.
but you end up disrespecting
Yeah.
someone
Yeah,
anyway?
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember what the no offense one is, but anytime somebody starts off with no offense, I'm like, you put that as a precursor to to
offense.
offend on purpose. It doesn't take away the offense; it just makes you look like even more of an ass.
You remember?
Now give me a break on that one, because every now and then I'll say, look, not to sound like an ass,
But he has to do that to me.
because I usually sound like an ass no matter what I say.
Because here's the thing with him, and I love you dearly, obviously. We have a child, we've been married for almost 15 years. I love you dearly. But he has a tendency, the way I feel about it sometimes, and that's probably me and my feelings. If I'm saying something and I don't understand it, he has a tendency to slow down and talk to me like this. And I'm like, bro, I'm not stupid. But that's when now he goes, I'm not trying to sound like an ass, I promise. But when he's trying to explain something, he slows it down. And I generally have a tendency, if I'm already aggravated or defensive or whatever, I have a tendency to take it personally, even though it's not. And then
What do
it's-
people typically do when they're trying to communicate with someone who doesn't understand them because they don't speak the same language? What do they typically do?
slow it down and talk louder.
Right.
Yeah.
How is that fixing? And it's this natural reaction that people do that they think is going to make communication better.
My mom did that yesterday, remember? And I was like, they're not deaf and slow. You don't need to do that.
Maybe your mom's hearing aid batteries are dying and she ain't know no
That's
better.
possible.
But this is funny because when I don't understand something and he slows it down for me.
You feel the same way, right? Like he's talking to you like you're stupid?
I'm like, thank you.
Oh, see? It just depends. With,
Yeah.
For me, I'm like, but
Mom,
your tone.
Mom, hit the home button. Hit the home button. Hit the home button. I should have been like, hit the home button.
and at that point, I would have been like, I would have looked at him.
But for me,
It worked.
He said it so fast.
Yeah.
To do this, and it's all technical.
Uh-huh.
When it's technical,
Yeah.
I need you to slow it down so I can get it, and then I can respond.
So we talk about this all the time because I'm like, well, when you have these kind of conversations with other people and they're not understanding what you're saying, you're trying to or like make a point or something, you don't slow it down like you do with me. So then my brain goes, oh, it's because he thinks you're stupid.
Right.
No, but he also knows that I have a tendency to not really listen. And if he slows it down, there's a better chance I will hear everything he's saying, as opposed to picking and choosing the words and stringing them together my own way.
This shows how everyone is different.
But it has taken us 15 years to get to this point of understanding the
Well,
conversations.
How long? What? 15 years?
Yeah.
I won't even say the number,
Yeah, yeah,
but my son knows me. I'll say it like
yeah,
that.
yeah,
I think I know a lot of people.
yeah.
I think I know a lot of people, and I think I can kind of figure out a lot of people very quickly, too.
I think your favorite thing to do is to push my buttons to turn around and go, see, told you.
Well, we were doing something yesterday. I don't remember exactly what it was. And I said supposedly, and you took off. You left. You went somewhere. And then you came back. And I was like, supposed like if you would just let me finish, you would have heard what I was gonna say. But you had took I don't remember what it was, and you just took off and just ran off. And I was trying to tell you what I knew already, or at least what I heard, or whatever it was. And you just took off, and you just.
Yeah, that's when I took off because I was like, I can't stay up here. I got to go down to the room. I knew he was talking to me, but
she wasn't feeling well.
it was not going to work out
when
well.
you do get ill, then it's just
Yeah, it was
like.
like,
It's like, don't touch me, don't talk to me. You probably shouldn't even look at me.
With that being said, yesterday, I knew it wasn't good, right? And I was like, and it's on video too. It's on video.
Oh, that's always fun.
And you were like, no, just walk ahead. We were standing over there because I was pointing out the 5 tours on the excursion.
And he kept waiting for me.
And you were like, no, just walk ahead. And I'm like, but what I should have said was, you're not feeling good. Just go back to the room. And she wanted to muscle through it.
Yeah.
And she wanted to sit there and eat with me, even though she wasn't eating. And then when the kids showed up, the kids showed up, or she showed up after we got there.
Yeah.
And then you were like,
all right, I'm done. Bye.
Can I leave now?
Yeah, I didn't want to leave him by himself. But he's recording and walking, and he keeps waiting for me to like return. And I'm like, my brain is going, one, you don't want to be on camera. You have resting bitch face like nobody's business right now because you don't feel good. I know that part. But also, it's easier for me to follow him. That way I have one focal point as opposed to me in front of him trying to keep turning around to look at him. It messes with me too much. So in those moments, I need him in front of me. I need him to lead the way.
Right. But it's easier for me to have a conversation with you when I can see you.
Which is perfectly fine. You weren't affected. You could easily turn around and talk to me while you walked ahead of me.
Yeah, but then it's awkward because then it's like they looking at the back of my head as I'm talking. Like,
but the back of your head's very nice, sir. I don't know if you've ever seen it. It's lovely.
I cut my hair before I left, but it's about time.
Okay, we changed the topic just now?
No. Oh,
the topic changed itself.
It did.
Oh,
it was like a
what
progressive.
topic you want to be on?
I don't know. I'm trying to catch up to where.
Hang on, what's up, kid? What's up? What's up?
Our child is out here now. I thought you were charging your phone in Gigi's room.
Here, you can have a seat.
You left Gigi alone in her room?
Here, look. You want to
Why did you leave Gigi alone in the room?
I thought she was going here and going back.
Do you want to sit down?
Gigi left the room?
No.
Oh, you came out here for Nene. She wants you, Janine.
Oh,
You
heck.
want me to go back with you? Okay. Thank you.
Man, she can hold her.
That's why.
She
She
got
came
half
out
a
here
star in
looking
the
for
room. She
something.
probably didn't finish from last night. All right,
No, she did.
Let's do
Let's do the next one. Okay. The next one is better get that watch out of the water. Now, that person was trying to be nice because not everybody knows about watches. I would have no idea. Just like some people, they take their cell phones and put them straight underwater and take videos and whatever else, which you can. But I wouldn't have known until my brother-in-law accidentally did it that you can't put the cell phones in salt water. That's a completely different thing. It jacked his phone up. He had to order a whole new phone when they were at visiting us last week.
I learned that in Dominican Republic.
Dominican Republic, same thing for him. We didn't know salt water was the no because they don't tell you. All the commercials.
Yeah, your phone's water.
Yeah, all the commercials are like your phone's waterproof, you can whatever, and they never say it in the commercials. But when you buy your phone, you have to look at all those little small asterisk things on the bottom. It'll go, but not in salt water.
Yeah, salt water versus fresh water. And what we learned today on trivia was that the Atlantic Ocean is saltier than the Pacific Ocean.
Wow.
I didn't know that.
Are we?
So if you put your phone in the Pacific, maybe it won't get jacked up.
Because it's not as salty.
Did he lose all of his
Or maybe there's more salty
people
in the Atlantic.
That makes sense.
salty people in the Atlantic?
All that salt wiping off. But so most people might not know that your watch is specifically a diver's watch. It's meant to go 500 meters below. Is it 500? 600 meters below water.
And it's got a pressure relief valve if I need to rise to the surface.
What is this one?
This is an Omega Seamaster. Planet Ocean.
Okay, Planet Ocean. Those two things right there will give it away. But from the short that you made, a lot of people may not be able to tell what's what, might not understand. So they were actually looking out for you. So I don't read that one as
what? You're right.
Whatever.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
And somebody commented on SquirrelTribe Life, and I watched the video.
The sunglasses on the couch?
Are there really sunglasses?
No,
on
it was the
couch?
remote for the TV.
Okay, all right.
Because I did too. I was like, oh crap. So I went back through. I was like, did anybody say they were missing sunglasses? So I went back through and watched the video. And on the way out the door,
I'm looking at them like
I realized
nobody
it
had
was
sunglasses
remote.
like
My
that,
hair's falling down.
that shape or style.
No.
I'm like,
I realized
they
it
do
was the
look
remote
like-
control.
They do look like sunglasses.
A sunglasses case. No, it's the remote control for the TV. So I replied to them. I said, thank you for noticing. I went back and checked. No, it's the remote control. All right, what else we got? The titles of your videos would lead to confusion in people. Now,
Before you answer that, I want to make a statement here.
okay.
And that statement is that I have seen people push on doors that say pull. I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Same people go in the exit, out the entrance. Same kind of thing. So
I've seen people blow through stop signs and not yield to traffic. Like I've seen it.
Yeah. So what he's nicely trying to say is that the people who have an issue with the titles and think they are misleading are probably the same people who push on pull doors or blow through stop signs or don't yield to pedestrians and crosswalks or whatever else. Now,
It's not the sign's fault.
It's not the sign's fault.
It's not the sign's fault.
It
It's not the
depends on-
sign creator's fault.
Well-
nor is it the title's fault or the content creator's fault.
So what I've told him is I pick up books and I look at the title of a book. I have no idea what that title means because I haven't read the book yet. So I read the back of the cover, and if I still don't fully understand how the title goes with it, guess what I do? I read the book. And then by the time I'm done with the book, I'm like, oh, I get it. You're not going to know a lot of times just from the title of something exactly what it is. Like, it might summarize something or it might whatever, but without
even
watching
with
it or
that
reading
being
it,
said-
you won't fully
even
know.
with that being said, think about it like this. What if the book said the 7 habits of highly effective people or Think and Grow Rich? You still don't know.
Exactly. You don't
until
know the
you
7
read the
habits.
book.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't do that. A lot of people read the title and then make their own assumption based off what they want it to be or what they think it is
Or read
or
a
how
portion
they
of it.
see it. And then they comment off that without ever
Well, if
doing
you really
anything
want
else.
to throw another book in there, they do it with the Bible too.
Yeah, yeah.
They'll take any verse, any scripture.
And
yeah.
make it what they wanted.
Yeah.
And instead of reading the full verse,
Yeah.
to get the full
Look,
understanding
I'm
of
about
it.
to, can I? Okay, so here's my issue. Let me explain my issue here. This is, look, y'all aren't gonna like me after this and it's perfectly fine with me.
Blame it on Michelle. I'm going to say that right now.
So here's the thing. When I was growing up, I was taken to a Baptist church. And the Baptist church is the reason why I do not go to church. Because the Baptist church does not allow you to ask any questions. It does
Elvis
not
went
allow
to a
you
Baptist church, right?
And then he hated it and left also. And whatever else. They do not allow you to ask any questions, whatever else. I never understood numerous things. But the main one being why they
Was St.
portrayed...
Albans Baptist? That was Methodist.
It was Baptist.
Okay, what I did not understand was why everything growing up when I was little looked like me for Jesus. Why it was a white man with brown hair and blue eyes when nowhere in the Bible does it describe Jesus that way. So I did not understand. So my very first thought of it was, well, already they've lied. Like they've taken the Bible and lied about it. They've taken it and turned it into what makes them feel more comfortable. They've taken it and basically whitened it up to make them happier. And it didn't make sense to me.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm very impressed with the Bible and how it was written so long ago, and it can apply to so many things today and yet to come,
Yeah.
which is some serious like foreshadowing.
The
And
whole Bible was inspired by God.
Yeah.
You know, it's not something
but
that
it was written by man.
It was written by man, but it was inspired by God.
But
So-
then there's different versions too.
So then you have, God made man in his image, right?
Yes.
Okay, so in theory, nobody should be racist because you look like God, I look like God, whatever else.
Racism
But
is a specific term that is assigned by
White
whatever.
people. Okay.
What it really is animosity and hatred and jealousy.
Well, here's
okay?
the other problem. Love thy neighbor.
And no love.
You can't say love thy
Because-
neighbor and then be mad that
because
your neighbor
there's-
is black, your
there's-
neighbor is Asian, your
No,
neighbor is
because you
Indian, your
gotta
neighbor is
realize
whatever else.
That there are some black people, there's some white people, there's some Asian people that don't like their
Own people.
So it's not at that point. It's just hatred and anger and jealousy and animosity.
But here's the thing. If we all started from Adam and Eve, we're all related in some way or another if you trace it all the way back to the beginning. So why would you hate your brethren? Why would you hate your sisters? It doesn't make
Because
sense
you don't
to me.
have love.
Here's the other thing. Adam and Eve were born on this continent over here. You think they look like me in that continent over there? No, they look like
I'm
him.
gonna tell you why. The why is because they have
And
been,
then, as continents divided and the body had to adapt to where it was, is why people look like the way they
the
do.
why is because they were taught that. So
That's the other problem.
yeah.
Taught that. So you have the 2 and 3-year-olds going to the church being taught the ignorant ways by the parents of that said church, and then they grow up to be those same ignorant people without learning on their own. And then they say, well, it's because I'm Christian. Well, if you were Christian, you wouldn't be that ignorant.
So that's when the hate.
These-
You can't be hateful
These are-
and Christian at the same time.
These are scotomas that are introduced at a young age that become ingrained.
If you put a 2-year-old white kid and a 2-year-old brown kid and a 2-year-old Asian kid and a 2-year-old whatever kid together, they're going to love each other.
Did you notice?
It's when they put the parents next to each other that the problem comes
Tell
in.
them why they should not love each other.
Did y'all notice when we were in Tampa? There was a point at which we were driving in Tampa. I believe it was Tampa, and there was a black young kid and a white young kid running, darting across the street like a 4-lane highway. Did you see that? Did you see those kids?
Yes, I know exactly, because I was like, we weren't in Tampa. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Where were we?
It was you and I you, me, and the kid were on our way. We weren't in Tampa yet. We were in that little Podunky area.
Okay.
You mean walking?
No. So these two kids, they're on the side of a 4-lane highway. It's in the middle of literally nowhere, and there's like one of those where it has a gas station and like a barbecue shop and like very rundown housing. Black kid, white kid together, and they were just playing. Like they were crossing the street together to go to the next place.
They looked like they shouldn't be friends.
Yes.
And they honestly at that age had no clue that they shouldn't like each other.
But you use the word shouldn't. There's no reason why anybody shouldn't like each other.
But it's because it's taught.
Yeah.
And they weren't taught that.
Yeah.
Okay. They were taught to be friends. And be kids, and I saw that in there. I saw it in them.
I get comments all the time of how I'm a traitor to my race because I'm married to a black man, and my thought process is, well, you're the piece of shit here, not me. Like, I need you to understand, you cannot give me a Bible verse and then turn around and crap on anybody. Like, you can't be both. That's my main issue with a lot of stuff. Is that the ones who are claiming the loudest how Christian they are also the ones being the worst, most hateful people out there.
That's an issue.
I know.
That's a tremendous issue.
I know.
And it's ongoing.
Which is why I talk to you about kind of stuff, because I trust you.
But then even still, it's like you got the people that will be a certain way in the church on Sunday.
And then turn around on Monday.
Not Monday.
And then Sunday afternoon.
Yeah. Sunday afternoon.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right, let's go to the next one.
Okay.
Let's go on next. We'll pick this back up on Patreon. Yeah, I'm
I
going
know
to
you're
get
having fun over
as
here.
a guest on Patreon.
Kevin, it's happening just like you said. Yesterday I went into my CVS and they no longer take cash or don't even have cash. Everything is sold by card only. I can't believe it. I can't buy a $2 candy bar with cash. Oh my God. It's not a problem for me, but I have friends that are very poor, lost their jobs, and don't have the credit to have a credit or debit card. How will they make it?
Now, I got my own opinions about this, but I'll let y'all go ahead and start off.
Well, no.
Actually, pull it up so my mom can see it.
Okay, so the whole, in my thought.
Read that real quick.
Okay, so Kevin, it's happening. Just like you said, yesterday I went into my CVS and they no longer take cash or don't even have cash. Everything is sold by card only. I can't believe it. I can't buy a $2 candy bar with cash. Oh my God. It's not a problem for me, but I have friends that are very poor, lost their jobs, and don't have the credit to have a credit or debit card.
My hair look all dirty.
How will they make it?
So I have a couple of different thoughts. Here's my first thought. The first thought is that place may be in an area that gets robbed a lot, so they don't want cash on hand, so that they are safer, so their employees are safer. When people say this area is a cashless area, my first thought is it's a safety thing. You get robbed enough times, you quit having the things that they want to steal, whether it's the product or the money, right?
So you're saying, because in the mall where I live, every other store just about has that sign up.
No cash.
No cash.
There's a couple
First
reasons.
it was just one or two. Now it's like increasing.
So when I worked for corporate America and I ran the stores, at the end of the night, I was supposed to count out all the cash from the register and take it and deposit it into a bank. Do you know how unsafe that is for a female at 11 o'clock at night in the dark? Spoiler alert, never happened. I didn't do my job. I waited till the next morning in daylight and went to the bank because I was not going to put my life on the line for their cash money. Not an option.
I mean,
because people know that that's what businesses do at the end of the night. They go to the bank and they go to this one little section where it's covered and hard to see at the back of the bank for the safety drop deposit.
Well, this is the same reason why a lot of these walk-up ATMs are in lobbies have been shut down after hours because of the problems. But at the same time, you got to think, what does it matter? What does it matter? Because after 5 p.m.
you gotta drink it while
after
it's cold.
5 p.m. it's not gonna reflect on the same day anyway.
Yeah.
So it's like, it doesn't matter. Okay.
Yeah. Although what's interesting is I could have gotten fired for not taking it the night before. It's not like I took it home with me. I literally left it in the whatever it's called, safe. So Better there. And the next morning when the bank opened, I would take it and deposit
Yeah.
it like in the daylight.
Now,
but
I think what's interesting is that you go a certain direction with this, and I go a completely different direction.
well, I know it. Well, that's my first thought.
You'll never guess the direction that I'm going.
The direction that you're going? The direction that you're going to go is that they're making it, okay, hold on. So that,
Judging a book by its cover over here.
shut up. No, not judging your butthole. It's because we've been together long enough. I'm going to guess
You'll
it.
never guess it.
I'm never going to guess it. Okay. My thought actually outside of for safety of people is to make it so that the poor stay poor because they're going to give you the credit cards that have the highest interest rates. The only way you're going to get it is if you put this down or that down.
Nope. My first thought when I read it, as I'm going in chronological order, is why are we spending $2 on a candy bar?
That was actually my first
Why
thought
are we spending
too.
$2 on a candy bar?
That was my next thought is that candy bars should never cost $2.
Candy bars. I remember peanut M&Ms are my favorite.
Like 49 cents a
I
bag.
can't even enjoy it anymore because they're so expensive in comparison to what they used to be after only just 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
It's not even.
You used to be able to take 89 cents plus tax for $1. You could go in there and get a regular bag of peanut M&Ms. And now if you don't have like a 5 on you, you're not getting anything.
And we walked through the little thing in Cozumel. I see that they said the fun size.
Yeah.
It was
I didn't
$15, right?
I'm like.
It was ridiculous.
I'm like,
whatever.
yo, like I don't like. What is going on here?
But that's like even at the Dollar Tree. So
You saw the bags.
spoiler
You saw- you
alert.
know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
We smuggle candy into the movie because I'm not paying your ridiculous movie theater prices, AMC and,
and you
Regal.
got it from the 5-quarter store.
5-quarter store because it's not Dollar Tree, it's $1.25 Tree, but they refuse to change the name to keep up with what they really are. But you go in there.
No, because they know eventually it's going to be.
$5.
Yeah.
Well, because they've added the 3, 5, 7, and 10 side in
Yes.
there. But the problem is now it's shrinkflation like nobody's business. So not only are you paying $1.25 now for the same candy that was $1 a year ago, but you're getting half of the amount for 25
That
cents
too.
more. That's the problem.
Don't even get started on the ingredients because
Oh,
then
no,
you're
we
getting
won't.
half.
No,
You're
we
getting
won't.
half,
No.
and
Yeah.
then you eat it, and you're like, this don't
doesn't
taste
taste
like
the same.
exactly.
Nothing tastes the same anymore.
Exactly.
Nothing tastes the same.
Chocolate's not
And what
chocolate
does taste the same costs even more because it still tastes the same.
Oh man, that's like
My
original
orange
Coke,
juice.
like original Coke.
Yes.
Like you want that?
Yeah,
Wow,
my
yeah.
orange juice was just under $6 6 months ago. It is now just under $10 for the exact same thing. But it tastes exactly the same. But the problem is they're going to say, well, Hurricane Ian wiped out all of the orange groves, so now we got to charge you more. No, you don't.
Oh,
You just want to charge me more to make up for the fact that you
I'm gonna tell
can't
you what
sell
they're
as
doing.
much.
I'm gonna tell you what they're doing. They like, yeah.
They wanna
it
keep their
did.
profits where
They're
they
like,
are.
it did, and we know there's another one coming, so we're gonna go ahead and pre-inflate.
Yeah.
For the future. Pull that joker back up.
Preemptive inflation.
Pull that joker back up because there's more on there. Because it's not only the $2 for a candy bar. Because it's like, why are you spending $2 on a candy bar?
If you're poor.
And then it's like,
But
oh
this
my
person
God.
isn't. They're not
You know,
saying they are.
People are poor. They lost their jobs. They don't have credit to have credit card or debit card. That's the problem. It's not CVS and
Yeah.
Walgreens.
It's everything
The problem
else.
is the fact that you don't have the credit to get a credit card or a debit card. That's the problem. How will they make it?
I will say that this person was nice because they gave us a heads up on the tornado that was touching down about 15 miles from our house while we're on this cruise. Our area is getting hammered while we're here. So, yeah. That's fun. But so
We
far
always-
from the people,
we always
I
escape.
forgot
And-
I can't text message anybody, but I can DM Tiano and Lauren. So I remembered that today on Instagram. I was like, oh no.
You're right. I tried to text today because Alyssa, she showed me this app. It's called Be Real.
Oh yeah, she loves that stupid
And
thing.
I thought it was a joke on Saturday Night Live. It's a real app. I'm super excited about Be Real. I'm super excited about Be Real, but in order to get started, they send you a text.
Yes.
And I'm like, well, I can't get the text.
You know what Be Real is? So the kid will be doing something and out of nowhere she'll go, hold on 1 second. And she'll take a picture and then she'll put her phone back down. I said, what are you doing? She goes, it's called Be Real. You have to take a picture right that second of whatever you're doing, no matter what it is.
You have 2 minutes to upload.
Yeah.
The upload can only be made from the app, and it's a front and rear facing at
Yeah.
the same time, so you can't fake it.
Yeah, you can't fake it. You can't
literally,
Photoshop, you can't do
you
anything.
have to be real.
But what I told her, and hey, for parents and grandparents and people who raise children out there, what I told her is you have to remember it takes front and out. So if you're standing in front of a mirror, you're doing anything that you should, like if you're peeing, don't take certain pictures because you never know what that flip side is going to be. And once it's out there, you cannot get those things back, which is what we're teaching her now. Once you have put those words out, those images out, those whatever, she definitely is, yeah. But she also needs to teach her friends who might not have the same, and her cousin, who might not have the same info. You want another one, babe?
Yeah.
Sir, can he get another drink, please? Double Woodford with ginger ale, please. Thank you. Oh, you need the card. Give me your key.
I understand.
I forgot.
Here's your card
You know what?
with my name on it.
Thingy.
Oh, and are you going back now?
Well, I am, and eventually.
We'll get it before.
And a Starry.
And a Starry.
Just a can unopened.
Thank you.
Which apparently Starry's in stores. I've never heard of Starry until we got here, but Alyssa says they're in stores.
Yeah, so we'll have to get it because now she loves it better than Sprite.
And why is that?
What are you doing? What's this?
Because it separates.
What
I'm
is the
swirling the
ingredient?
orange juice because it's, you know what?
What is Starry?
You can't do that on here.
Hello?
Huh?
What is Starry compared to?
Sprite.
Sprite.
Sierra Mist.
Sierra Mist, yeah, that kind of thing. Thank you.
Lemon lime.
Look,
Product.
this is definitely a better deal than that little $11 thing we got earlier.
Mimosas.
No.
The short one.
No.
No, he's talking about him.
She's not.
Thank you.
See, you done jumped the gun. You done jumped the gun. You're like, no.
You have to be careful when you do that, you know. Listen, we know it's what's his face from the Hawks that's doing the commercial, but other people are going to think we're making fun of nationalities. You got to be
From
real
the what?
careful. The Hawks guy from the no, not in my
it's
house.
Not Dominic Wilkins. Or,
It's not Dominique, Mutombo. Yeah.
No. This is the guy who was caught on some stream. No.
Oh, yes.
Why
The one
did you
who was
have to
try-
redeem
yes.
it?
Why did you redeem it?
Why did you redeem it?
The one who was trying to scam the person out of the gift card. You're right. I'm wrong.
You didn't have to redeem it?
Thank you very, very much. That's for you, Ben. Thanks, sir.
See, that's the thing, and that's the other thing. Is, people will get all bent out of shape, and they'll pass judgment, and they don't even know what they're judging.
Yeah.
They think it's us talking about the guy from the Hawks, or not the Hawks. He was on the Rockets.
No, he was on the Hawks for a while. That's why he's in the Hawks doing Not in My House.
All right, what we got next?
Oh, we have, but wait, there's more.
But wait.
Wait. I used to own a bar. You need to get a straw. Always stir your drink.
So the
yeah.
reason why I sent that to you, do you know the problem with that on this cruise?
The problem with always stir your drink or the problem with getting a straw? The straws are sweet. They're like edible straws.
They don't give you a straw for every drink.
No, you have to ask for them.
They don't
and
give you, like,
they're like super sweet on the outside, or the chocolate ones that the kid got with her
You
frappuccino.
cannot get a straw on this cruise for certain drinks.
Now, for this cruise, a lot of the drinks are pre-made. Like when we went to the margarita bar on the 10th deck, the day we took off, right? The ones that I ordered us, they're all pre-made in these big jugs to make it faster and easier for them because that's the main deck. That's why we come down here and get the drinks so you can watch what alcohol they put
Everybody
in.
at the bar the other day,
Yeah.
they were like, the lady, they were like, she's really good. I was like, yeah, I think it's better than going up to the 10th floor.
10th floor, yeah.
Outside, they were like, yeah, don't go out there.
No,
Like,
because
that's
they're pre-made and there's barely any
that place
alcohol
out
in there.
Yeah, I think the day one, you ask questions. The staff here is trained to answer your questions with non-answers.
With non-answers. Remember, I kept saying, hey, do we have to wait till 4 o'clock takeoff? And he's like, we have to wait for the signal. Okay, cool. Is that signal going to be before or after 4 o'clock?
You should
When
have
the
seen,
signal? I don't even know what's
the
happening
exchange
right now.
when I was trying to figure out the mustard station.
Uh-huh.
And the guy...
The mustard station, according to
Man,
Shaq?
I wanted to punch this joker right in his face. But he kept saying with a smile, like... And I'm like, man, don't make me get
Would you like a little refill, Janini?
Can I get a refill?
Do the whole part.
I can't
You
do
gotta,
it.
you gotta do it.
Is it L Varner? Is it L?
I think so, but I'm not gonna attempt it because they will immediately
She
click
had
off this
one
video.
hit. One hit.
That's all you need. One hit wonder, paid for life.
No, I don't think she's paid for life.
Okay,
I
think
she
about
got
this.
good money.
The kid-
I think her pay was equivalent to getting like 4 or 5 stimulus checks. That's it. That's
So
it.
the kid who was in the original Lion King cartoon movie, whatever, in the 80s, I don't remember his name, the black kid, Jason or Michael? I don't
The
remember
voice,
his name.
basically the voice.
He was one of the voices of one of the singing things. I don't remember which voice he did.
He wasn't Simba?
No, he was not Simba. That was Jonathan Taylor Thomas from Home Alone.
Really?
Don't test me
Are you
with Jonathan
serious?
Taylor Thomas, yes. So he was the voice of somebody, but I don't remember who.
I didn't. They tricked us the other day. The richest Avenger.
I thought it was Tony Stark.
I thought it was Tony Stark.
Who was it?
Who was
Prince
it?
T'Challa.
Prince T'Challa. Because you forget he's an Avenger by the
Harambe.
time. Yeah, Wakanda.
Harambe.
Yeah. So listen. Where was I going? Okay, so this kid has a mom like Michael Jordan's mom. I don't know if I mentioned this to you
Like
already.
this, Michael?
Yeah. So this kid was offered $2 million for his part in The Lion King at
you
$1
gotta
million.
watch Air. You gotta watch Air.
You gotta watch Air about Michael
gotta watch
Jordan.
Air. Put that-
Look,
where's
she
your phone?
can't have these conversations with
phone?
us because we all over the place.
You gotta watch Air.
Squirrel. It's called Squirrel for a reason, Janini. So this kid, he was offered either $1 million or $2 million for his part in Lion King, and his mom said, no, we'll take $100,000 and royalties for life. That kid has millions upon millions upon millions of dollars right now. There's too many people who focus on the right this second and don't pay attention to the long haul.
I tell them time in the market versus
Yep.
time in the market.
Yep.
Wow.
Timing the market versus time in the market?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Gotta slow it down there.
Yeah. You gotta,
Yeah.
You want time in the market versus
say it louder for the
time
people in the back.
Yeah.
Wow.
So because his mom said
was
no,
right on it.
because you would think to yourself, $2 million down to 100,000. Do you not love me, mother? But no, set for life, because you know
I
how
was talking
often
to-
The Lion King has been
Yes.
sold, distributed, played on a playlist,
Yes.
whatever. Every
And
single
should get a
time
royalty
that
each
movie
time?
or those songs are played,
I
you
was
get
talking to
something.
somebody the other day about Jordan, and and interesting enough, I saw a short. Somebody saw Scottie Pippen, I think in Miami. Did some pictures for him. That was pretty cool. Scottie Pippen, I think he didn't know how to negotiate like Michael Jordan's mom did.
Yeah.
Which again, presence of mind.
Yeah.
But I was talking to somebody about Michael Jordan and how he can never be broke. He could never be broke. He cannot outspend it. It's impossible.
It's impossible. There's no way.
It's impossible.
I mean, unless he quit paying taxes, but
Based on Air alone,
Yes.
Air Jordan alone, it is impossible.
Listen.
Based on how the deal was structured.
when they said Wesley Snipes was arrested and taken to jail for not paying taxes, like tax evasion, he went to jail for tax evasion. I'm like, Blade, you don't know how to pay your money? Can you imagine if they were like, and today Michael Jordan goes to jail for tax
I'm
evasion?
gonna tell you right now.
Can you imagine how much money that would be?
I'm gonna tell you right now. Wesley said, how much was it? And how long I gotta go to jail?
I'll go to jail. You get to work out, you get movies, you get 3 free meals, you get a bed, you get
like
AC.
I told you yesterday, it's a numbers game.
it's a numbers
It's
game.
a numbers game. It's like, wait. I go to jail for 6 months and I don't have to pay that?
Oh, fine with me. You mean I can file bankruptcy and I ain't got to pay that?
You mean
Let me
I
go
can-
get all this stuff.
You mean
Don't bend over in the shower.
yeah.
I'm sorry. I was trying to listen, but I was
Most people would have said don't drop the soap, but you went far away. All the way there. But also
Oh,
don't do
man.
that.
Yeah.
I mean, unless that's your thing. And then,
But we don't want to
Bend away.
All right, we got another one.
oh, we have another one.
I think
Okay,
we
hold
got
on.
another
We got one more. Let's see what's the
Or
next
maybe
one.
2 more.
Yes, y'all got out of Florida just in time. I hope y'all stuff is okay when y'all get back. One, y'all is my favorite
Is that
word.
the last one? I think it's
Yes, si, senor. So that was, that's true. We did get out technically from our section of Florida just in time because literally we left a couple days early, but the cruise left the same day that the tornado touched down 15 minutes from our house, our
I like the way
apartment.
it says stuff, because
Yeah.
stuff can always be replaced.
Yeah, stuff can
And
always
that
be replaced.
is
And
what-
our dog is in a safe space
Yeah.
with Lauren and
I know
G.I.
you're
Justin.
safe.
So,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, 'cause they're
Max
gonna
is
move
probably-
heaven and
Max
earth
is
to keep-
probably geared up. He's all tactical now.
yeah. I told Lauren, actually, I sent her a message after I saw what happened. I said, I am so thankful that you are as amazing as you are to keep our dog for us for. She kept him when Ellie and Ron
gonna
were there
be
because
about,
Ellie's
like,
allergic to
almost
dogs.
3 weeks.
So she kept him for
Maybe.
a week. Now she's keeping him for a week and a half. But because they already have 4 dogs, but they also have 3 girls who love Max. So each night they decide, well, they probably fight over who Max sleeps with. Yeah.
So it was
Their
interesting.
youngest daughter, that was 7, and I had to say, listen, if you want to keep any Barbie shoes or anything else, Max either can't sleep with you or you have to clean your room because he's
Yeah,
going to eat them, and then
he'll
I
eat them
have to
burgers.
get them out of his poop. And I don't want to do that.
But the reason why
Yeah.
I highlighted that is because of just that very reason. It's stuff, okay?
Yeah, it's stuff.
It's stuff, and thinking about the current situation with the insurance in Florida,
Mm-hmm.
which we have renter's insurance, we have this, that, and the other, whatever. I mean, honestly though, all we need, we already have right here. So like, that's it. I mean,
Now, I will say that I like that comment because it's somebody that cares about us as people
Yeah.
and is happy that we are safe.
Yeah.
As opposed to the ones who are like, oh my God, I can't believe you, whatever.
Yeah.
Listen,
But
because I
but-
don't like to
but-
hold punches.
But
you
I
know?
would encourage those people to really consider their insurance for the simple fact that it can be replaced.
Yeah.
So, like, granted, Florida is on the radar as one of the most expensive places to
Yeah,
insure.
most expensive.
It's only getting worse. But
It's-
again,
yeah.
it's another reason why we haven't purchased.
Yeah, that's why we're still in an apartment.
haven't
We pay
purchased.
$12 a month for renter's insurance. Way cheaper than homeowner's insurance, so we're good. Now,
Yeah.
I just want to really quickly, for everybody out there, love you all, heads up, love you all. I would say try your absolute hardest not to be douchebags in comments. Like, if you feel yourself about to make a comment that if somebody left it for you would immediately make your blood pressure go up, stop typing. Make it like your personal thing for the day to say nice things on videos. Point out a nice thing or a positive thing or a helpful thing, as opposed to crapping on people. Not just us, other people in general, because that helps change your mind frame. If you go into something with a positive mind frame, it helps you keep that positive mind frame. However, if you're constantly looking for the negative, all you're going to see is the negative.
Even the fool is considered wise when they keep their mouths shut.
See? Y'all want to be wise? Shut up. There we go.
Man, I came across something the other day, and I don't remember exactly where I saw it, but they said speak less.
Yeah.
They said speak less.
Speak less, listen more.
Man, I gotta.
Those are all scriptures, by the way.
I gotta remember where.
Just so you know.
Now, you and I have this
inspiring.
conversation all the time, and
My God.
I say all the time, I'm not a church person, I'm not a religious person, but I believe that there is something there, and everything you talk about, I can see how it pertains to situations and people and whatever else. I might not be a church goer, but it doesn't mean I don't believe in something higher.
And look, remember when Justin, his name is Justin, he spoke about the group that he saw on the beach? And he said,
Chris.
Chris? Was it
Yeah,
Chris?
it was Chris that saw the group on the beach. That he
And
went and
he said,
he got baptized on the beach
I just
by
get
the
so
group.
excited. I just wanted to go over and see what's going on.
And see, that's the thing.
And he went under, he said, in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. And when he came up, he said, I felt great.
So that's what.
Sure you did.
That's the
because
thing.
the Holy Spirit entered him and he was just a brand new person.
Now-
That's the whole thing. Old things passed away, all things new. So he came up as a brand new person. He couldn't describe it, and that's just how it is.
I think it depends on how it's presented to you in the beginning. And for me as a child, it was presented in such
Oh
a,
my gosh.
I want to say hateful way, because
think
there was
the
no
beauty of
black
it,
people
though,
in
was
my
that-
church.
I
And
think
I
the
don't think they
beauty
were
of it-
allowed in my church. And
Yeah.
immediately
And
I
that's
was like,
what?
I think the beauty
I
of
wasn't
it-
allowed to question anything. The
Yeah.
first time I asked a question,
Do
I
what
got
they say.
smacked.
Yeah.
And I was like, are you kidding me right now?
I think the beauty of it was that Chris said, I saw these people over here having a great time.
Yes.
That's all he saw.
Whereas if you go to my church growing up, it was negative, 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 negative. And I'm like, why
If I
is
had
this where
entered
you
into
want
the
to be?
sanctuary, they would have said, what are you doing?
But anytime I see anything with like black churches, I'm like, that's where I'm supposed to be. I want to be there where it's
But I'm gonna tell you guys
uplifting
right
and
now.
joyful and not, everybody's like, you should be afraid of God. Why? Why do you want to be afraid of the person you're also supposed to?
I'm
It
gonna tell
doesn't
you
make
right now,
sense.
especially on this cruise, like I just noticed myself doing it. I walk past strangers
And say hi and
No,
smile.
I just smile at them.
Yes,
And
it helps.
the difference is, I don't know who you are. But
Yeah.
It's just, that's it.
Yeah, and I've
And
complimented so many
versus-
people. Like, I love
versus-
your dress, I love your hat. Oh yeah, because so many people like to that up and down judge or whatever. But
Like,
here it's
you
like,
looked at me funny because the guy came over here and I was like, hey, what's up? And you're like,
Do you know?
I didn't know if you'd already
We-
talked
we
to
already
him or
talked
whatever.
like 3 or 4
That's why I
times.
was
I
like, I
don't
don't
even
know.
know who he is. We're
Yeah.
just
Like the guy on the
polite.
boat yesterday.
We're just polite.
It's
Look, we
like
went
a
to
natural
look the sun
thing
in
to
here.
do.
Woo. We went to Cozumel yesterday, and the guy on the boat that was just living his absolute best life, the one who was up front dancing, he was so wasted though, but it didn't matter. But he was
I told him, I
so
said,
much
you better be careful,
fun.
you're going to spill that drink. He goes,
Yes.
I don't care, it's free.
It's free drink. I don't care. But he was doing the electric slide. He didn't slide. He was doing the whatever. He didn't jump. He just stood there. But he was happy and living his best life, and it was amazing.
Yeah, everybody was.
Everybody's
Everybody
having
was.
a fun time.
Everybody was.
I've only seen one person losing their absolute
I
mind.
haven't
It's because
seen
she had
anybody-
5 boys,
Knock
and they
on
were
wood.
all being complete a-holes.
Knock
And
on
she
wood,
was like,
though.
I'm going to kill them if you don't get
Everybody
them. She
on
told her
this
husband, she
boat-
said, if you don't get these little boys, it's going
Everybody
badly.
on this boat's been like, knock on wood, everybody. There's many different walks of life and different people. Everybody on the boat.
And I keep seeing the same people. So I keep seeing, remember in the very beginning, the day we were taking off, the old man,
I don't know if
older
it's taking
gentleman,
off. I don't know if it's taking
debarking,
setting off.
setting sail. The older
There's no
gentleman
sail.
who
It's-
had the
it's
cane and
decent.
decided to walk up the stairs. Remember? Who
Yes.
walked up, and then his wife came along behind him and was like, I don't know why his dumb ass went up those stairs. He knows he can't walk back down them.
And he did well.
And she was in her walker, right? Well, I've seen them so many times, and every time I see them, they're just so happy.
Aren't they?
And you would think you would think, like a younger, full-bodied, abled person,
Oh.
you would think, that's
Oh,
not
no.
what I was saying.
Oh, my bad.
You would think that at that age and at that physical incapacity, I guess you could say, that you wouldn't be as happy. But man, they are so happy.
happy.
Every time I see her, she's
can see the
smiling.
glow on them.
And I saw them today, and she was in a wheelchair today, and he was pushing her. He didn't need his cane because he had her. She didn't need a walker because she had him. They were working together as a team to make it easier for both of them. And I thought that was amazing.
I think that's a good place to end it because working as a team, that's where it's at.
Yeah, that is where it's
And
at.
people will be like, well, how are you
Team
and
in a lot
Michelle,
of ways.
this, that, and the other?
We're
Work
a
as
team,
okay?
all the time, no matter
And
what.
If you want to be a part of the team, not necessarily this team, but if you want to be a part of a team, you want to have these conversations, make sure you hit us up on Patreon because the live
And they
chat,
work as a team all the time.
the live chat
FYI.
the live chat interactive is where it's at. And when you say that, I immediately think back. This one right here, I'm like, yo, I got this roof. I got to unload at 5 a.m. I need help. She's like,
Let's go.
She put some boots on. She put a high vis vest on. She put a hard hat. And we over here rigging and signaling with a crane off the roof. She don't know what's going on.
But we
But
made it.
she's in
We made it happen.
Made it work.
If it involves
Every
him,
time.
I'm gonna make it happen.
That's right.
So, but it's everybody. It's
Yeah.
me. It's you. It's the family.
Yeah.
It's friends.
We
it's
have a
friends.
really
It's-
good family.
It's Lauren saying, hey, all right.
Look, y'all don't make me cry.
It's Lauren saying, I need help. All right, where you at? Where I got
Yeah.
It's Monday. I got a live stream.
She's
I
like,
don't
I
care. I'll
gotta
make it
work.
happen.
Lauren says I gotta work. I got a kid who needs a ride. I'm like, I got you. Let's go.
Yeah.
That's what I love.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Yes, every time.